CapTV.
From Capital University, the CapTV Tonight Show, starring Jack Blosser. This is Jesse Adair along with the students of CapTV inviting you to join Jack and his guests, John Williams and Lynette Shy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Jackie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to CapTV Tonight. I'm Jack Blosser. This week I was at a pizza shop and I noticed something quite unlike anything I've ever seen before. This, my friends, is the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Well, tonight we have some very special guests on this show. We have a comedian and an arts marketer. We also will have 2 films produced by a Capital University student named Sydney Crothers. We will be back after this break.
You think this is funny? Yeah.
1 in 4 Americans are lactose intolerant.
Listen, I don't care that you're lactose intolerant, just tolerate it. What does that even mean?
1 in 3 Americans are gullible enough to believe misinformation that they hear in a PSA.
Just look at the numbers. This isn't even a graph, it's a picture of a monkey. And?
Don't be a monkey. Check your facts.
You think this is funny? Yeah.
1 in 4 Americans are lactose intolerant.
Listen, I don't care that you're lactose intolerant, just tolerate it. What does that even mean?
1 in 3 Americans are gullible enough to believe misinformation that they hear in a PSA.
Just look at the numbers. This isn't even a graph, it's a picture of a monkey. And?
Don't be a monkey. Check your facts.
It's cold, flu, and COVID season here in Ohio. Stay safe and healthy this fall by washing your hands, disinfecting your room, taking your vitamins, and wearing a mask.
Welcome back. Please welcome to the stage the very funny John Williams. What's up, John?
Hello, I'm John Williams. I'm a senior here at Capital. I think I'm pretty funny. People have told me I'm funny. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I guess the crowd will tell. Will it? I'm just a normal guy. Do normal stuff. Play football. Play video games. I have a cat. First of all, let me tell you about cats. I can't stand cats. I have a cat because my roommate has a cat. So it's technically ours. I'm more of a dog person. I can't wait to have a golden retriever, anything besides a cat. They're always in the way. Everywhere you go, they're always rubbing on you. Get out of the way. Then you step on them. No, look, I cannot stand cats. They're always meowing for no reason. I can't stand cats. Always meowing. You ever just been sitting downstairs? Because I have. I've been sitting downstairs just doing my business. All I hear is, what is that? Oh my gosh, I love dogs. Dogs are so chill. You know, they have little hyper episodes, but they're so much better than cats. They're way fluffier. You know, you can play more around with them. Cats try to scratch you, try to scratch your eyes out. I can't stand them. Can't wait to have a dog. I love dogs. I want to name my dog Simba after my old dog that I had, but can't stand cats. I can't. Boo you. Boo you.
Hey, wait a minute. Your name is John Williams. You composed the Star Wars score. Why don't you tell us about Revenge of the Sith?
Let me tell you about Revenge of the Sith. I'm going to sum it up for you real quick. Best space battle in all of Star Wars first to start it off. Easy money. Him, Anakin. He is him. Obi-Wan. They go. Try to rescue the Chancellor. Good old stuff. Count Dooku's there. They fight him. Obi-Wan loses because he's not him. Anakin is him. Cuts his head off. Easy money, right? Palpatine. So easy. He's just like, yeah, I'm so glad he killed Dooku because he's going to be my next apprentice. Jedi Council. Why? Why are you doing this? Mace Windu. Why are you being like that? Doesn't let Anakin into the council. Anakin gets mad. Talks to the Chancellor. Chancellor's like, oh yeah, dude, you know, you ever heard of Darth Plagueis the Wise? All that good stuff, you know. But then Palpatine turns into Darth Vader, kills all the Jedi, kills the younglings. It's no bueno. It's no good. Oh my goodness.
All right. Thank you so much, John. We will be right back with 2 short films from Capital University student.
Hi, I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm Nathan Holt. You may have seen me walking around campus cleaning up trash every morning. Capital University has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Littering. Think about this. Many of you littering right now are under 20. Do you realize that at 20 you've only lived 1/4 of your life? Imagine how much trash you'll leave if you keep going like that. Listen, you've got at least 3/4 of your life to go, so don't blow it. Don't litter. If you're littering, stop it. Get some help. Capital wants to give the earth a chance, and so do I. Hi, I'm not Michael Jordan. I'm Nathan Holt. You may have seen me walking around campus cleaning up trash every morning. Capital University has given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Littering. Think about this. Many of you littering...
In the vocabulary of teens and adults, it's often overlooked. On average, college students should be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, yet statistics show that they actually get less than that. Lack of sleep can bring about negative physical and mental effects, such as impaired judgment, headaches and tension, stress, increased risk of medical problems such as heart attack and stroke, and breaking of the fourth wall. So do yourself a favor and get some sleep. Sleep. In the vocabulary...
Yarn Club, the close-knit group you've been yearning to join.
We are back to you with with 2 short films, both directed by Sidney Crothers.
Baby Bobby Boo. That's what I'm doing.
Nah, I have a finger slip. No, finger slip.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Finger slip. Go back.
That happens. The gamer gone. Nice. GG's, man. Don't play my character ever again.
No. Time to go to bed.
I want it on. Turn it off. Ah! Thank you.
Turn it off.
Why'd you turn it off? I want that on. You know I pee the bed if I don't have a nightlight when I'm sleeping. It stays on.
Hey, the father put the bed door.
Put it back on!
Ooh. Oh, hey, can I have some thanks? There wasn't a lot in that one. Can I have some more thanks?
No! Give it back!
No.
Can I have my food, please? No.
No.
No, I want... No! That's mine! Give me it!
Agent Fry, what brings you to my dorm?
I'm here to tell you, we need you on a mission. The evil marshmallow is at it again.
Aha! You think you're so smart? Well, you've made it to my lair.
Evil Marshmallow, I am Agent Crothers. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Was that a reference to the Princess Bride?
Yes, how'd you guess?
Well, you know.
Not so fast! Pew! Pew! Pew!
What?
Pew!
Oh, why are we saying pew, pew, pew?
Dramatic effects.
Ah. Well, in that case, throw! 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 No, I have been defeated! Agent Crothers, no!
All right, everyone, stay tuned for an interview with the Columbus arts marketer, Miss Lynette Shy.
This is a Capital University public service announcement. No Hall Sports. It saves lives.
Yarn Club, the close-knit group you've been yearning to join.
Before joining Phi Beta, I was quite shy. Phi Beta has given me some of the most amazing friendships I could have ever asked for. It's a really beautiful thing that people can use their different art forms together collaboratively and to make something really awesome. Phi Beta has helped me grow into a person I could have never imagined myself being a few years ago, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Welcome back. Please welcome to the stage, Lynette Shy. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am good. So, what is it that you do?
So I am an arts marketer, and I work with a bunch of smaller nonprofit arts organizations, theater companies, operas, individual artists here in Columbus and across the United States.
All right. So, how do you market what these artists are doing?
It depends on the artists, but primarily because they're small, we typically market online. So through social media, creating content, showing some behind the scenes things, and just kind of pushing it out to find the people that are interested in what they're doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How do you feel this fits into the Columbus community? How is this important for the city of Columbus as a whole?
So instead of what I do, I would say just the arts in general is super important to communities and cultures. It attracts businesses here, so Intel's coming. One of the main reasons that people decide to come here, work here, live here is because they have a lot of things to do here, and art contributes to that. So I think that it's really important in communities.
Interesting. What would you say the theater industry in Columbus is like? How or what is Columbus good at in theater and arts?
I mean, I think we're good at a lot of it. So we're lucky here. So we've got a pretty vibrant community, especially in the theater. We have opera here. We have a world-class ballet company here. We bring Broadway shows on tour through here, and Kappa presents all kinds of great comedians and productions that tour around the world and come here to Columbus. And then we have some really great regional theaters that create work just right here in Columbus, too.
Interesting. So I haven't heard about any opera shows in Columbus. What theaters in Columbus have those types of shows?
So we have Opera Columbus here, and they perform at the Southern Theater, which is right by Columbus Commons. It's one of the oldest theaters in the country. And they're actually performing Cinderella. So Cinderella here is in a couple weeks. But they do typically like 4 or 5 shows here a year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Remind me, what other types of theater do you normally work with?
So I have a regional theater here in town. I work with the Short North Stage. They're doing Rent right now. So they're doing Rent and the Rocky Horror Show. And so they're obviously located in the Short North. And they do a lot of musicals and plays. I don't work with them, but there's CatCo, so the Columbus, or the Contemporary, I can't remember what that CatCo stands for, but they do a lot of works here in town at the Vern Reif Center. So
interesting.
Yeah.
How did you get into this? Like, if someone is interested in, engaging in the arts, but getting it out to the people of the community, how would you recommend that they go into that?
A great question. So there's a couple resources here in town. There's one called Columbus Makes Art, it's a program that's Columbus Makes Art, Art Makes Columbus, and they have an event calendar. You can go out there and you can see all types of art that's happening around town. And then there's CBUS Arts, and that's performing arts, and all of the theaters and different productions here in town. That's where you can go and see what's happening and buy tickets to see the events.
Yeah. How did you end up in marketing?
So I was a tap dancer, and I tap danced my whole life, and then I started a nonprofit arts organization called SNAP Performance Productions, and we did, it's called Jukebox Musicals, which means it's everyday music that you know and love, but we made a story out of it. And I did that for 13 years, and then I ended up working at Ballet Met, and I shifted into marketing as the assistant there. I did that for a year, and then I was the marketing manager, and then I was the director of marketing for Ballet Met for 7 years. And then last year, I decided to leave and start my own arts marketing organization, and so now I get to work with all kinds of arts organizations and artists across the country, so it's really amazing.
Do you ever miss working in art, like actually doing ballet shows and being like, you like having direct contact with those performances?
I do. So one of my favorite things in the world is to be on stage at the Ohio Theater. It's gorgeous, and you can, and I miss the opportunity to kind of go backstage and be behind the scenes, because there's nothing quite like standing on the stage and just looking out to an audience and the claps and the cheers and all that. So I definitely miss that, but it's really, really wonderful to create that and make sure there's audiences for the people that are still performing on a regular basis. So.
Interesting. So the Ohio Theater, do you think that's the top theater Columbus has? Is that where the, biggest or best shows are, or are they somewhere else?
So it is the biggest theater here in town, and it seats the most people here in town. So that is typically where most of the bigger shows, especially the Broadway shows, come through. The Palace Theater also has a fairly large house. It's called a house, which with the seats and everything. But I think there's a lot of really great smaller theaters here in town where you can get a lot closer to the performers and kind of see. It's a different experience. So I think that I would ask people to try all the different ones, because it's a different experience in different theaters, and you can get something out of everything, I think.
I saw Bob Dylan at the Ohio Theater.
That's amazing.
And I don't think the Ohio Theater is something that people would expect an artist like Bob Dylan to perform at. He's a folk artist. Do you have more than you'd expect at those theaters who are like folk artists or even rock or pop artists there?
Yes, I think there is. I mean, I think there's such a wide variety of performers that come through, whether they're folk artists or comedians or whatever, and sometimes you wouldn't expect to see somebody like that in a classical theater. But yeah, I think it's interesting, especially when the venues are a little bit maybe different than what you would expect for that performer.
So do you work just with the people in Columbus, or do you work with people coming in from out of town?
So, so I do work with a lot of the arts organizations here in town, but I actually have clients across the country. So,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome.
It's very, very cool.
That's awesome. What impacts has this made in your life? Marketing.
I mean, I get to work from home now. Whenever I want, and I get to make the decision if I ever want to go back. And I just love art, and so the fact that I get to work in this every day, and that's my job, and I get to go to performances and shows and help create the art that lives in our community is super amazing, and I'm just grateful for it. It's very, very fulfilling.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. What impacts do you feel like this makes in the art community in Columbus?
I mean, I think
for artists.
I think anytime that there is someone looking at the business of the art and helping promote arts in general, it's going to be beneficial to the community. Art is where change happens. Art is where people can explore new things and meet new people and experience life differently. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Well, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jack Blosser. Good night, everyone.
best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? B&K Smokehouse on Main at Champion. I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? Lips smacking ribs and slamming chicken. I just wanna boast about the best. I just wanna boast about the best. What? B&K Smokehouse and Main at Champion.
Welcome back to CapTV Tonight. We had a great time here at this episode. I hope you had a great time too. We would like to thank Jonathan Williams for coming up on the stage and performing, his comedic talent. And we would also like to thank Sydney Crothers for letting us have her 2 films shown here. I know Sydney personally, a very hard worker. She's very good at what she does. And we'd like to thank Lynette Shy. Until next time, I'm Jack Blosser. Thank you so much.